You didn't see anything.
Wait, am I streaming? Yeah.
Are you streaming? Or is it just in the Matrix, Colin?
So, I kicked the wall.
Oh well. Oh yeah, I need to try and find out if I can hook up Whoa, bruh, what the heck?
What?
I want to see if I can broadcast on my PS3 so I can broadcast some Fallout 3 gameplay.
No, you can't. They introduced it for the PS4 only.
Oh, you can't, so I have to get like an Elgato and everything.
The L cat.
Haha, no,
Jesus
no,
Christ.
it's the cat. Because L is the, Gato is cat.
I think
So
French, not Spanish, sorry.
That's what I told my mom because she was talking to me in Spanish and I was like, Mom, I took a French class. No hablo inglés. Or no hablo español. No! 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 No!
Le.
Colin. Colin, come down and fight me like a man.
Grapple me then, nerd.
Fight me like the man you aren't. Also, the only reason I couldn't get up there was because my grapple was all funkied out.
Is it recharging?
Yeah.
That's a lie, just kidding.
Oh crap, I went on the wrong one.
Oh, you went on the one at the back of the map?
Yeah. That wasn't anything, what are you talking about? Ow. Dude, hey,
Oh.
no freaking guns,
I
dude!
forgot. I'll kill myself.
No, I
kill
need the
me.
kill. No, I get the kill. I get the kill. Colin.
Only if you find me. I'm gonna try to kill myself before you can get to me. Grapple up there. Yes! No! Oh, you can't go out of bounds in this map. Damn it.
Colin,
Oh, wait,
just
I
come
have-
up
I
here.
have my fire star.
Where are you?
Did you throw a grenade?
No. I have my gravity stars. Colin, where are you?
Your mom.
Alright. So, no more gun. If you...
Okay.
Hey! I'm on top of this thing.
You're on top of what thing?
I'm giving this thing a little suck.
No!
Haha, well. Cringe. Oh, dude! Dude! Oh.
Laughing to suppress my anger.
No, frick! I
Seriously?
died!
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't, but... You did.
I did. Wait.
27
No,
27 to 18. Colin, here's some
Dude, you
cringe.
fucking suck. You only have 18. Jesus Christ.
Colin, I have 27. You have 18.
No. You retard.
No! Dude! Bro, that's some cringe, dude. I'm getting up there first.
I can counteract your retardation with more retardation. I got up here first.
No, you didn't, but
Yeah, I did.
sure. Colin, no guns!
No guns.
No gun.
No guns.
No gems.
Oh, really?
No guns, Cal! Where did thine go? What if I put what if you put your sensitivity at the lowest setting?
Alright, I'll do that.
I'll do it too.
Oops. Miss. very low one. Oh my god, this is awful.
Oh my god!
Oh. It's so slow.
It's like you're watching like an establishing video, like a video of like an establishing shot, and they're slowly
we
moving
need
the camera.
we need to try to do a fist fight. I'll start at this end, you start at the other end.
Alright. Oh my god. Okay, oh
This
Jesus.
is awful.
Okay.
No grapples.
No grapples? Alright.
Just melees.
Oh, wait, okay. Alright,
Three,
on the count of 3.
2,
1. Okay.
Oh, well, I was already counting down.
Right,
1, go. JK lol.
I win. I get to change my settings back.
You literally didn't even hit me. And
I get to
also,
change my
the
settings
game's
back.
broken, and also you're hacking, and also that was my brother playing the entire time, and I'm also blindfolded. I stole that joke from Dunkey.
Yikes. By the time you... Oh, wait, no, I was gonna say by the time you reach 20, I'm gonna be in 30s, but...
Oh, fuck.
Oof. Yikes, Colin.
It's hard when you have, like, one sensitivity.
Yeah, once you kill me, then you can change your sensitivity. No, that doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count. Oh, no, that doesn't count. Ah,
Okay, that counts, that
Nerd.
counts. Alright, fine. Fine. The heck is that? It's a piece of a cookie. Or bread.
yum.
I have piece of bread.
Didn't you say you ate a Cheeto? Or was it on the ground or from trash?
Yeah. Both.
And it like dissolved in your mouth.
It was both. I found a
It's fucking
dirty
gross.
Cheeto in the garbage in my English class.
Why did you eat it?
I don't know.
Wait,
I think.
didn't Bryce eat one too?
Yeah, it was me and Bryce.
Well, you
I
can
re-
hang off the edge. You can hang off the edge here too.
Yikes.
Oh my god, I'm retarded.
Colin, are you mentally okay?
No. No.
Colin, are you stable?
No.
Are you uranium-235 in a nuclear reactor?
Hey, just execute me. Yeet. JK lol.
Yeah, but I still killed you, and I got the kill. I don't know how, but I did, and I'm not gonna complain. Ooh, daddy. RAR X3, I want death, please. Ooh.
My thing is recharging.
Want to see if
There
I
we
can
go.
shoot you. Oh, I can't. Alright.
No.
Nice job, Colin.
I had to wait for it to recharge again.
You're
or I
like
could
the
just
Ben Shapiro of grappling.
That means I'm like expert.
No. That means that you're a dead. That means you're dead. You're a dead meme, Colin.
I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do it. Nothing happened.
Do you want to play some attrition online?
How about not? Okay, well, yeah, no. You see, I moved, so there's no possible way.
You
for to
see,
hit it.
your sister was playing.
Yeah, the sister that doesn't exist.
your 2-second-old sister was playing. Colin, no
Pew, pew, pew.
friggin' guns.
Izzy, no guns. Stop using guns, dude. I didn't even use the gun, dude. Stop using guns.
I'm gonna put a
You're
bullet in
hacking.
your head, Colin.
You're hacking, and you're like floating, which isn't in, which isn't in the game. Tell a story of what happened. Tell the
Oh
story
yeah.
of that.
So I was playing. So I think it was attrition or bounty hunter. I think it was bounty hunter. I don't remember. It was something like that. But some guy was trying to come up and kill me. I jumped above him and used the little hover ability when you're aiming, and I killed him. And he went onto the he went onto the microphone and said, "Are you you're hacking? You know, you can't. That's not in the game. You know, that's not like a thing that you can do." and he was like getting all mad and everything, and then other people jumped on and were like, yeah, it is, and then he eventually left. It was funny.
What kinda is it in the game so you can frick off?
You can heckle it, darn. It's not even really that good of an ability when you're just doing like pilot 1v1s, because
Wait, what is it replace?
it is your middle one, the middle thing. So go to edit, and then you see like your 3 things right there. Go to the middle one. It should be kill report automatically, and then right under that is hover. You probably have to unlock it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Jeez, the 255.
You can unlock it,
That's-
Colin.
I know.
Wait, your level. Oh wait, no, that's my pistol. What's my download at? 9 hours left. It is 5 gigabytes out of 26. So. Dude, my freaking. Oh wait, what was it? I think it was Black Ops 4. Black Ops. 3. Wait, let me check. No, it's exactly 115 gigabytes. Remember that? Was it Black Ops 3 or 4? No, it was 4. It's 4. Yeah, because I have all the DLC for 4 also.
106 gigabytes, dude. I wonder how much storage I have.
Fallout 76
left.
was like 97 gigabytes.
I'm gonna see how much storage left I have in my hard drive. It's calculating.
Yikes.
Calculating.
Calculating.
I have a 15 gigabytes left. And I have 900
gigabytes
gigabytes
left?
worth of games.
I have like 20,000. Oh, I win. I win. I win.
900
I am
gigabytes worth of
officially
games.
the Chad of this game. I win.
Wait, I was trying to kill myself so that the thing doesn't start.
The internet is not sufficient enough to broadcast gameplay. Bro, that's so.
The internet is not something you just dump something on. The internet.
It's a series of tubes.
The internet is not a big truck. The internet, it's a series of tubes. I didn't survive the intermission.
Bruh, cringe.
Oh, did your stream crash or something? Is that what
No.
you were saying?
It's just no. It's still streaming. I think. Let me check. Also, I feel like the video is gonna get taken down because I said war robots, but we're pilots. I feel like.
Yeah.
Are you watching my stream, Colin?
No, I'm watching mine. Mine's better. Oh, I'm retarded. I saw the thing popped up. I saw the thing popped up that said, I saw the thing popped up. I saw the thing pop up to where it said I had a viewer, and it was just me watching my own stream.
Wait, there's two people watching the stream. There's 2 people watching my stream. Haha, I'm more famous than you.
Mine?
No, I'm not watching yours.
I'm watching yours. I'm watching yours.
They're
Fucking
gone
idiot.
now.
It's you and me. I'm watching yours. It's you and me.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, will it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, will it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, will it?
It's gonna keep repeating over and over if you stop. Yeah, watch.
But
Ow,
Colin,
ears.
Colin, that's what's fun about it. It's fun that way. Wait, is your profile picture Fallout New Vegas?
Yeah.
You beaten Fallout New Vegas?
Yeah.
Have you beaten Fallout 1, 2, 3, 4, and New Vegas?
No.
Exactly, that's what I thought. You're not a gamer.
You're fucking gay. I hate people who do that shit. You're not a true fan of Rick and Morty if you haven't watched every single second of every single episode, including
You don't have
the credits.
You haven't been playing Fallout since you were literally born.
You haven't been playing Call of Duty since you were born. Shut up. You're not a true Call of Duty fan.
You're only a true Call of Duty fan if you've been playing since you were conceived.
That's not even possible.
I could just imagine like a fetus holding a PlayStation 3 controller. It's bad. Am I a terrible person for saying that? I feel like I am. I'm gonna watch my own video.
Wait, oh, I didn't mean to like your video. I just unliked it. I'm gonna watch my own video. I didn't mean to like it. Wait, oh, I didn't mean to like your video. I just unliked it. I'm gonna watch my own video.
Let's see. Let's. Okay, I'm gonna pause this because it's gonna start repeating. Let's read my recommended. Playing Chrome dinosaur game. Every like makes it faster. Let Etika rest. Fake Facts 4. Fortnite short film cringe. J.K. Rowling just ruined Harry Potter. Top 10 Lego Star Wars boss battles. Fixing your Twitter bios when your child makes a YouTube account. Why Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original, is awesome. Alexa, what's the worst Shrek movie? Fix your Twitter bios 7. I read Ninja's terrible book. A Star Wars review. Happy Wheels is canceled by PewDiePie. And Logan Paul makes the worst movies imaginable. I want death.
No, we should start a podcast.
No, but
yeah.
Yes.
We should debate something right now. What should we talk about?
Mocha! I'm gonna go euthanize my dog real quick.
Oh God. Jesus Christ. Let there be light. Oh, my head hurts so bad. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is epic. So, I commented on a post on iFunny, and it like blew up for no reason. It got 1,500 likes and 105 replies. It's pretty lit. Wait, I wonder if I can go live on YouTube on my phone and my PlayStation. I forgot how to do that. This. Your channel does not meet our updated eligibility requirements for your mobile streaming. You can stream with your webcam or broadcasting software. Why am I not eligible? Let's read. There's that sound again, Izzy. You need to have at least 1,000 subscribers, but why? Damn, that's rough. I did a live stream on my phone once. I think it was a long time ago.
I don't know what's so hard about cancer. I'm already on stage 4.
Trending. Texans. No, oh, that's sports. Ew, I hate sports.
Texans suck. Boom. Changed my mind. Anti-war protests erupt. Okay, let's talk about this. Anti-war protests erupt in response to Trump administration against actions in Iraq and Iran. Demonstrations have popped up in cities across North America, including
like, the
New York.
That happened there? The
bombing
that killed that guy?
No, it's anti-war protests erupt in response to Trump administration actions in Iraq and Iran. Demonstrations have popped up.
Yeah, the U.S. bombed a place in Iran. It killed like a really important guy, and people are saying that's what's starting World War III.
Did it really? I don't pay attention to news. Demonstrations have popped up in cities across North America, including New York, Philadelphia, Toronto, and Washington. to protest the Trump administration killing Iranian commander. I'm not even gonna try that. And the decision to send more soldiers to the Middle East. Let's read the comments. There's a large anti-war protest happening in New York Times Square right now in Times Square. Wow, a pretty big. Okay, there's pretty big. Okay, it's all just. Okay, difficult to get crowd estimate given this long strip, but I'm guessing at least 1,000 showed up in Times
Why don't
Square.
we talk about like
Why
nostalgia
is it-
from the 2010s?
Because it's 2020.
I know, but we can reminisce and then move on. It's easier to move on if you let it all out, you know?
That's what she said. First of all.
Shut up.
Okay, I'm gonna look up a random word. I'm just gonna put in random word generator, and we're just gonna talk about that concept. Okay. Random word generator.
Let's see what's on YouTube trending, if that doesn't work.
It's just gonna be talk show hosts. Okay, I'm gonna press.
Justin Bieber,
I'm gonna.
yummy.
Did you just say? Okay, deficiency. Let's talk about deficiency. Deficiency
my
in
reaction
caring
to
about
saying
anything.
That's the song name that he made.
Yup.
was not
Colin. Yeah. I guess you got a deficiency in your Bieber craze. Freaking weeb. You better. Actually, are you telling the truth? I hope you aren't. Oh
No, like,
God. Oh.
Number 1 on trending is Justin Bieber.
Oh God. I want no. Oh.
Who's ready to get a copyright claim?
No. I want to not
I'll just
live.
keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking so that they can't take down my video.
Okay,
Even
we're.
though I'm a small creator that probably doesn't even really matter. at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
Twitter for Android.
It's
That's
fucking
actually
retarded.
kind of funny. Okay, not food. Oh sweet, it's popcorn. Oh, it's by Sniper Wolf. Sniper
Let's
Wolf,
see.
more like clickbait.
Oh,
Am I
wow.
right?
All of the trending for music is rap music except Christmas. Lies, hours.
And then right under that is Markiplier, and then Jacksepticeye playing Shell. Is that no? It's Jump King. Then Minecraft. How to play
Daisy is
Minecraft as a
flawless
police officer.
masterpiece
I
with
want
no
to
flaws
die.
whatsoever.
Everything floats when you touch it in Minecraft. Trying to win the worst plot. Okay, it's just sports. The Rise of Arthropods by PewDiePie. 25 trolls and pranks in a Minecraft. What the? Hey,
Well, that's
Dashie.
annoying to me.
Dashie was
We were
kind
playing,
of funny.
Me and you were playing GTA at one point, and we just kept fucking talking about like a bunch of random shit that's like wrong with the world. We
Oh
always talk
yeah,
about
that
this
was the
stuff
funniest
off
thing.
stream.
We should do that again, but on
We
stream.
should start talking about shit like that. But on
Yeah,
stream.
we were talking
I
about like
was
the
thinking
war
the
on
entire
video
time, like, it's
games and how it's like a
great content.
yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, war on video games. What do you think of war on video games?
See, I think. Well, the thing about video, like, what do you mean the war in video games? Like, the violent part about it, like people saying it's causing violence.
Yeah.
I think that's only. I think it only really causes stupid people to do stupid things. Because you should monitor, like, if you have kids that play video games, I feel like you should monitor how much time they spend on this, on like more violent video games. But I don't think it really directly causes any
Yeah.
violence.
I think that it has some truth, like very, very little. Because you can make an argument saying that people who play violent video games can become violent. Like that's a concept that you can't 100% say is false, because no matter what, there's like 7 billion people in the world. One person's gonna have done that. But what idiotic politicians and people who don't know what they're talking about are saying is that everyone's that one person. Like,
Yeah, so, like, the thing, that's another thing, like, most of the people who are saying that video games cause violence have
oh
literally
yeah, let's
never played
1v1.
video games.
Oh no, I just started.
Like, most people saying that shit have never played video games in their life. And it's
Yeah.
the same thing with people who are trying to ban guns. That's not going to help anything. And there was this one woman who was talking, I think said this on stream before. She was talking about, oh, the AR-15 is the most dangerous rifle ever. And when I picked it up, it weighed about 50 pounds, and it shoots 50 caliber bullets. Cause
An
that's
AR-15
possible.
shoots 50 caliber bullets.
Yes, because actually most of them shoot 5.56. And
Actually, how do you change
22.
how do you change the little black bar on the end of the thing? Is it in advanced settings? Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. But I feel like if you're gonna have your child playing violent video games, like if there's like a certain age, you know, like if they're 2 years old, don't give them Black Ops 1 or World at War, you know, like that's just
Especially
obvious.
those games.
But if there's someone like say like 13, you know, that's been in this horrid world that we live in for a while, then they probably get that, hey, I probably shouldn't go and kill someone, you know. Or even like one of the things that people talk about all the time, GTA. If you think about it, you can't just go on killing sprees without consequence, because you can get killed and get arrested. In GTA, they don't have it where you can just go killing people and then that's it. There's no repercussion. You know? And or like Doom saying that people, it makes them all satanic. Colin said this, you know, you're killing demons. How can it make you satanic if you're killing the satanic things? I mean, obviously Doom guy isn't a Christian, but you know,
yeah.
I mean, he's kind of insane, but when you're, like, say, you know, your son wants to play, you know, he's like 8 years old, and he just heard that, you know, World at War was a really fun game, and he now wants to play it. It depends on a lot of things, but generally it really depends on what he knows about the topic. If the kid knows about war and about violence and killing and all this stuff, then yeah, if they know that it's bad, then yeah, sure, let them play it, you know. I mean, well, at that point then you have to think, well, should I still, you know? That's just kind of like the first thing you want to think about is, does my kid know, or does this person know about these things? And then if they don't, then you probably shouldn't let them play it. Like when I was a kid, when I was like 6, my cousin would play a lot of GTA, and I was always like, yeah, I want to play that. And it wasn't because I wanted to go on killing sprees. It was because my cousin would always make these like really funny, or we'd always like mess around, and he'd say like he's like a superhero, and he'd go jumping around like doing like stunts and everything. And it was the funniest thing ever, and that's why I wanted to play it, not because there's guns and all this stuff. But still, when I asked my aunt, because I lived with my aunt for a while, if I could play GTA, she said no, because that game's, you know, not for you. And I didn't understand it back then, but now I do, because that game isn't meant for 2-year-olds. But when these people are saying that games cause violence, you know, even if they have played a game, which they didn't, if they played a game, they would probably still think that it makes you violent. But they say like, oh, you know, playing GTA makes you a killer, or, you know, like a thief or whatever. What they're basically saying is, if I played like a soccer game a lot, then that means I'm a professional soccer player. If I went and I played a baseball game, I could go to the Major League Football and carry a team that sucked
and
to
still
glory.
going with the same logic, then I am a professional race car driver because I played Forza a few times, and basically the main thing about that is just you have to know how much or what your kid is used to, basically.
Yeah.
Or what your kid knows about the things going on in the games. Just make sure your kid knows that that shit is wrong and they shouldn't do that.
Yeah, and also, just like a side note, is when your kid is buying, like, I went with my mom to GameStop, or maybe it was my aunt, and I wanted to buy Arkham Knight. It was not a good idea. And, because I was like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, I loved the Arkham games. They were amazing. And, I think it was my aunt. So we were at Walmart, and I put the game at the thing, and I started to get my money out. And then the lady at the counter said, hey, you know, is it okay for him to play this? Because it was rated M, and I was a minor. But when these people are talking about these games, they forget that they ask you that. They're not going to give a 6-year-old a game meant for an adult. They'll ask, are you sure that, you know, you want your kid to play this? And if, like, the parents are just like, yeah, sure, like, whatever, and they actually don't want them to play that, and then they go on Facebook and go onto their Facebook mom groups that they send Minion memes at and complain about it, that's their fault. But if the employee doesn't ask you, then they're probably not doing their job. Like, I've never worked at a GameStop, and nor can I because I am 13 years old, but I'm betting that that's something that you have to do, or it's just kind of common sense, you know?
I'm pretty sure it's illegal for a child to purchase an M-rated game. Because, like, yeah, I know this for a fact because, like, we were at a mall, and I had an adult with me, and they weren't in the store with me though, but I was trying to buy Far Cry 4, and they said you need to have an adult with you to buy it. But the people that are saying that video game bad are like, oh yeah, any kid can just purchase Mortal Kombat and Call of Duty and GTA. It's like, that's just not true.
Yeah, and again, I was at a mall with my aunt, and I was with my cousin, and my aunt was getting, like, makeup and clothes and stuff like that, so we went over to GameStop. Well, when I was there, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pre-order Fallout 76. I wish I didn't. But when I went, you know, I was like, oh, do you have any pre-order copies of Fallout 76 on you? And they were like, yeah. And I, you know, again, just like with Arkham Knight, you know, they were getting the game and pulling my I was pulling my money out, and they were like, oh, you need an adult to buy this. And I was like, oh, well, I have an adult with me. They're just going and getting makeup and everything. And he was like, no, you have to have the adult with you. And, you know, I was like, well, that's stupid. But, I mean, you know, you kind of have to do that because, you know, you don't want children playing games like that. And they don't know what you know about and everything. And that's why no matter what, you have to have a parent. Even if the kid has seen and experienced World War II and they want to play World at War, they wouldn't be a child, but you know what I'm saying. You know, the person doesn't know that. You could be a goody two-shoes and be super susceptible to anything that's said, you know?
You know, it's like, people say, I know, I just started like fucking crazy right there, but people.
Are you okay?
Oh my god, I can't talk. People say
just
that
breathe,
history repeats itself.
Colin, breathe.
People say that history repeats itself, and they're not wrong, because in the 50s, the same thing was happening with like comic books and TV.
Yeah.
People
I was gonna say that, but then I kind of forgot.
Because, like, people would not want their kids reading Superman comic books, because that would cause them to be violent, even though it's a hero. And
but now video game
like,
bad.
Yeah. It's just people from older generations not understanding new things, and I that's fine, but you can't judge something based off of
yourself,
base knowledge.
Yeah.
Because you don't know everything about it. You can't say something is bad if you've never tried it or never been exposed to it.
Yeah.
I think fair.
The first time I played an M-rated game was when I was like 8, and that was Fallout 3. Actually, I think, yeah, I played Fallout 3 and then Assassin's Creed, but then I went back to Fallout 3. And
I've been playing Call of Duty. I've been playing Call of Duty since I was like 2 or 3. I obviously didn't understand what I was doing. I was even playing GoldenEye on the N64. But never once in my life had I had a literal urge to harm another person.
Yeah.
Or let's say kill someone. Because obviously
also,
everyone...
I'm not... Okay, so this is a joke, alright? I'm not saying that this is a fact. But before I played M-rated games, I was a horrible person. Like, a horrible, horrible person. I'm not going to get into detail because I would probably get this video taken down if I described what I did. But after I started playing games, I was a lot more stable. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying that it's a direct link because it's obviously not. It's just meant for a funny gag. But it's just funny.
At one point, my mom believed that shit, and she took away Call of Duty, GTA, and shit like that.
Really?
And my performance in school and I'm not saying the only thing I love are violent video games. Well, she took away games that weren't even that bad. Well, I think all of my games are M-rated.
Yeah.
Except Spider-Man. That's it.
Take let's talk about some violent video. I'm gonna talk about some of the violent video games that I play, and what I like to do in them. And I'm gonna just spoil it right now. None of them involve mass killings, or anything that they complain about. Like Fallout 4 or Fallout 3 or any of the Fallout games, they're pretty gory, especially because there's a perk called, I think it's Bloody Mess.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'd always get that perk, but just because it was a quicker way to try and kill the enemy, and I sucked at that game, so I died a lot quicker, so I could not die myself. But that wasn't because I like to see gore. It was a PS3 game. It's not that detailed. But in especially Fallout 4, I liked the combat, but I didn't really go out of my way to try and find people that I can kill. I would always I remember doing the settlement building a lot, or even now I'm trying to beat the campaign as much as possible because I want to mod the crap out of the game so that I can get a bunch of cool stuff.
The only game that I actually went out of my way to just kill people in was Assassin's Creed 2. And
yeah, but that's
I didn't know what to do in the I didn't know what to do in the story, so I just went around killing the bad guys.
Yeah.
But again, I've never really in real life had an urge to kill someone.
Yeah. Oh wait, talk about the gun thing. Talk about the gun thing.
The gun thing?
Yeah. It teaches you how to shoot.
Oh, yeah. So we were talking about this a while ago, and we were talking about the gun laws, stupid gun laws, and I was saying how I've literally been playing Call of Duty. I've been playing Call of Duty and GTA my entire life, and the first time I ever shot a gun, I was fucking terrified. It was a little .22 rifle, and I was terrified. And I shot a 9mm pistol, and it almost flew out of my hands because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, that doesn't teach you.
Video games do not teach you how to shoot guns and how to kill people.
And if video games teach you how to do the stuff that the game is in, then I mean, I can go to NASA and play, and I can go to
just play
another
Kerbal
freaking
Space
planet,
Program, and you can work at NASA.
Yeah.
So and that also reminds me, in I don't know when the game came out. I think it was 2012. People were saying that Watch Dogs teaches you how to hack things, and literally all you do to hack things in the game is press a button. Like, I don't understand
Like,
the amount of
there
stupidity.
are some games that teach you how to do things. Like, there's games on, like, computer design and stuff like that.
Mario typing.
I hate you. That game's actually kind of fun.
Do you have
But-
quick regen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm gonna put that on, actually.
But, or say GTA. When I play GTA, the only times that I really went out of my way to kill people was when I had to. And even then,
Yeah, for, like,
it's
grinding
not
for
because
XP
I
games.
enjoyed it, it was because I had to. Like, usually when I play GTA, I'm playing with Colin, and we're doing, like, you know, we're just messing around or something like that. Or trying something we haven't done. But we're not going around killing a bunch of people, because it's fun.
The spreading joy Christmas videos were a different story, but just,
Yeah, that was for a meme. That
was
that
for
was a meme.
entertainment purposes. That was for entertainment.
Yeah, we were
purposes.
spreading joy.
We live streamed that.
Yeah. But when, like, I feel like people that say video games don't cause violence are wrong, and people that do say that video games cause violence are also wrong, because it's like saying that, like, any media causes violence. I could say that Teletubbies cause violence, and no one can disprove that, because, you know, there could be at least one case of that happening, and with the infinite amount of time we have, that might happen one day. Who knows? Somebody might think that, you know, the thing is about killing people. I just can't stop laughing. I'm sorry about that. But you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
you can't disprove or prove that a media causes violence. But when you're saying something like, I remember I was watching an Actman video about an extra credit video that was saying stop normalizing Nazis or something like that.
Oh my god. That
And-
video's so retarded.
Yeah, I feel like, though, it has very, very few, let me just say that first, very few good points. Like, Nazis have become normalized in our day and age. But that's because they're not a problem.
Exactly.
Like, if
I mean,
everyone saying that, you know, oh, Nazi bad, like, of course they are. They were, like, you know, like, of course they are. You
Okay,
know,
well, yeah, there's another thing about that, though, is, like, in video games, where it's, like, World War II, a realistic setting that actually happened. Like, if you were playing as the Americans, let's say, and you, like, what would they do? Put you up against the British that helped the Americans in the war?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think that's a good idea. So,
Yeah. Or
who
when
else would they have
I,
you play as?
you know, when I play a World War II game, or I play CSGO, you know, I'm not, like, you know, I act the same whether I'm on the terrorists or the Nazis, or I'm on counter-terrorists, the Americans, or the Axis and Allies.
It doesn't matter who you're playing as, it just matters if you're playing. That's
Yeah,
basically what
it's
I
pretty
think.
much just red and blue, but with symbols, you know?
Exactly.
And like, people say, like, oh, you know, obviously the Axis powers were a bad thing, and people shouldn't just be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Cause then, yeah, that's a little too much normalizing. People know that Nazis were bad. But nowadays, there isn't a giant Reich, like, you know, building up in Germany anymore.
Yeah, and obviously, like, it's not even in Germany, but mostly, like, people nowadays, there still are Nazis,
yeah,
but they're not as extreme, 'cause they don't go around just killing people out of nowhere. I mean, they might, but that's such a small percentage.
If, you know,
compared
if
to the
there
6 million.
and, you know, if there is Nazis still out there, or you know, terrorists, well, not terrorists mostly, but Nazis in this case, when you're saying, oh, you know, Nazis are still a really, really big problem, you're giving them the power that they need to become a bigger problem. It's
Exactly.
like, okay, I'm gonna derail, like, really quick right here. It's like bad words, right? People say that there are bad words and there are words that are just words. There is absolutely no difference. They are just words. You know, if you're saying that like, racial slurs, you know, obviously they're bad to say, but if you're going out of your way to say, oh, you're a terrible person because you did this, or you're saying, oh, you know, you can't say that because it's a racial slur, you're giving it the power it needs to stay as this voodoo word or something like that, you know?
Yeah, if you just kind of ignore it, the word doesn't have as much power as it does because it doesn't give a reaction. That's what it's made for.
Yeah, and I mean, and again, I'm gonna be derailing real quick right here. Like, if you go anywhere, it's like socially unacceptable to say swear words. But when I swear, whenever I do, it's usually when I'm hanging out with friends or, you know, something like that. I don't go out of my way to call someone something bad or a racial slur. I don't even say racial slurs.
The only time I do is mainly for comedic purposes, or if like
Yeah.
I'm angry. It's not really towards anyone. Like even
Yeah.
my mom says I can not it can't be at someone.
Yeah, like like my mom doesn't allow me to swear, and I'm fine with that, you know. But at this, like, you know, at the same time, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know, mother effer. I'm not gonna say it because I'm not allowed to, and I respect that. But at the same, you know, I'm not gonna do that. It'll just be like, say, like I hit my toe really hard, and be like, frick, you know, something like that. But like, you know, or you know, if I get like caught at school saying it, I never when I get caught ever said it towards anyone. I would either say it just like you as comedic effect, or I got hurt. Like one time, me and Ethan, one of my friends at school, we were like messing around in social studies, and I tried to like go under a table or something. I hit my head really hard, and I screamed not screamed, but I kind of loudly said the F word, and the teacher was like, that's bad, and I was like, I hit my head on a table. It's just a spontaneous thing that happened. And I mean,
No,
I get it.
You should have said what the heck and poop.
I hate you. But, you know, and I would say that I'm not violent, but I do have anger issues. I'm not gonna try and say that I don't, because
yeah, I can relate.
I probably in my streams you can find me raging. I don't have
Especially
many,
me,
but...
I have raged one too many times on stream.
Oh, totally.
It's kind of embarrassing.
I mean, I'm fine with it when you rage, or just anyone rages.
I get more pissed off when I'm off stream because I know that basically no one's watching.
Yeah, because when I rage, it's usually when I'm playing a game, but it's not because, oh, I couldn't kill as many people as I wanted, you know, but it's mostly because of broken game mechanics, or my pride is too big and my ego is too big, and I think that I shouldn't have died, so I start making up excuses.
when anything bad it's the game's fault.
Yeah. Game
It's
bad.
always the game's
Oh god,
fault.
we're tuning in the boomers.
If I die in game bad.
Game bad. But I feel like all of these socially unacceptable things can, in a way, be socially unacceptable. If you're, like, swearing constantly 24/7, and you're directing it at people, and you directly want, you know, people to feel bad, you know, then, yeah, stop, you're a horrible person. But if you're just saying it because, like, oh, you got hurt, or, you know, just kind of slipped out, then I feel as though, you know, you shouldn't be judged by that. But then again, you know, if you're saying it constantly, you know, then you have a problem. It's like a drug addiction, but less meth. you know, or let's say, back to the video games thing, you know, anything that a child does, like violence in video games, or should kids young play video games or stuff like that, it boils down, no matter which way you put it, to the parent. 'Cause, you know, it's the parent's job to say, you know, maybe I shouldn't let my kid play this game. Maybe I shouldn't let him watch this movie about a documentary about the Vietnam War. Actually, I saw a documentary on the Vietnam War. It's pretty good.
The thing about bad parenting is, like, the people who blame their kids being violent on video games are bad parents because they don't watch their kids. They don't monitor what they're doing at all.
Yeah.
Like, they're the ones that are in the wrong.
Yeah. Like, my mom trusts that I won't, you know, do anything bad. So she doesn't look at the games that I play or the things that I don't. And that's because she knows I play violent video games and that I won't do that stuff. If I would, you know, if I was really susceptible to doing things that I was told in a medium and I would act out on those things, then yeah, she'd probably say, no, you can't play violent video games, you're a freaking psychopath. But, you know, and even then, I'm a pyrotechnic. I like fire, but I don't, and I don't go around burning people alive because I did it in GTA. You know, I mean, I don't do that, but, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get my love for fire from a video game and how it made people hurt or anything like that. It was just because I like fire.
It's fun to burn things.
It's just fun. Like, I have a lighter. Like, I remember, like, my mom would, like, not want me to have my own lighter, and I get it because I wouldn't need it. But then I was at we were at this shop, and I was like, and my mom was like, if you want to get something, just ask me. Don't have it be like $500 trillion, because it was one of those stores. But
yeah.
I jokingly said, can I have a lighter? Because my mom used to always say no, and she was like, I mean, sure,
Damn,
I guess.
Look at aim.
And that, I mean, I'm not dead yet, so, like, cringe, dude.
Yeah.
And
you haven't killed anyone, I assume.
Because my mom said, I mean, I guess, sure. And I was surprised because, you know, usually she says no, but she notices that I've gotten older and I'm more mature and I know not to burn things down. But if your kid or your stepchild or your nephew or anything doesn't know or isn't mature enough to understand, hey, don't go out and kill people or don't go out and do crimes, then don't let them play or watch a medium that doesn't glorify these things, but it shows them in detail, or not even detail, just shows them. You know, and like, again, I remember, like, the first R-rated movie I watched was Terminator, and I always make jokes like, oh, you know, I watched like my first rated R movie, like, because you think of a rated R movie, it's got, you know, like a bunch of gore and harsh language and nudity and all that. But back then, the R rating on movies was a lot different. Like, Terminator is like a PG-13 movie now. It is not that
funny
bad.
Because most PG-13 movies in like the 80s were considered rated R now.
Yeah, it's really
societal
weird.
Changes, basically.
Yeah.
And another thing about like violent things, especially violent movies. The funny thing is that I know everyone knows about this, and this happened a while ago. But people were like, "Oh, the Joker movie is causing so much violence and shit like that." Yet there were people dying because of Frozen 2.
Wait, really?
And no one, yeah, people fucking brought machetes to the showing of the Frozen 2.
I didn't even know about that. Wait, why though?
Because they wanted to see their Frozen. their kid.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
They
say
were probably
they want.
entitled parents.
I would have said they wanted to see their frozen corpse, but I mean, I guess that's funny. You missed that opportunity, Colin. I hope you're sad about it. But I remember when I saw Joker.
Just gonna hang here.
You know, because like before I heard, you know, a bunch of really bad press about Joker, like that it was, you know, it would, like, you know, it was glorifying all these topics, and it would make people killers and all this other stupid stuff. But when I saw the movie, you know, I was like anticipating that. I was like, okay, you know, I'm going into a movie that is, you know, not really supposed to be viewed by children, and it's gonna, you know, it's even making adults think that, you know, thing. But I forgot that news outlets have the brain size of a peanut. And I watched the movie and I was like, did I watch the right movie? Like, is this like a super cut version or something like that? Because like all the stuff I heard about, I was genuinely confused why people were mad at the movie. Like, I walked out
Usually
of the...
theater releases are worse than the DVD and Blu-ray releases.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, well, not... Well, sometimes, you know, we got, like,
especially
the
for horror
knocked up
movies.
supercut or something like that, or, like, uncut. You know, where you got, like, all those stuff. But when you have, you know, rated R movies, they're not all violent movies. Like, take Superbad, I think is an R-rated movie. I've never seen it, but
Probably, most likely, yeah.
yeah, like that movie doesn't have any violence in it, and it's still R-rated, and it shouldn't be judged differently from a movie about mass killings or anything like that. It's rated R. In fact, it probably has more stuff that would make a kid, you know, like that. And another thing, you know, it kind of boils down to the parent. It's rated R. You know, you had to voluntarily bring your child there. Because I remember when I went to see Joker, I went with two of my uncles and then my grandfather. And what it was is everyone would buy their own ticket. My mom gave me some money and I was just going to pay her back. Well, it turns out that when we went there, you know, I was like, all right, I'm going to buy my ticket for Joker. And he said, oh, it's rated R. You can't pay for, or you can't buy the ticket. You're a minor. And I wasn't confused. I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And it goes back to the game thing. You, like, they're not going to let you buy something that's meant for adults to a minor, because that's stupid. I don't know where you are. Colin, where are you?
I'm hiding.
I hate you so much. But, again, when, you know, these people are saying, oh, you know, this is going to make people or kids want to do bad stuff. Ooh, I'm a boomer. You know, they forget that it's not, well, it still could be the child's fault, you know. Again, back to the thing, you know, you can't say it's 100% not this or it's 100% this. But it's if a kid became a mass killer because of a movie or a video game or a comic, I don't know how comics would do that, that's weird. But if they did, it's not the medium's fault, it's the judgment of the child and the parent. Because if that, or not really so much the child, but, you know, kind of the child, because they have to think, should I do this? But since they're...
I feel like it's almost 100% the parent's fault, because if the child believes that it's okay to do that, then the parents obviously didn't teach them enough that it's not okay.
Yeah. Like, if, you know, and rated R movies or you know, like gruesome video games, there are some, oh wow, my voice just killed itself. You know, there are some that aren't actually that bad. You know, like Terminator, you know, or just, you know, I can't really think of a video game off the spot because there's not really that many, but if I had a child, and I'm not saying that if any parent is listening to this, and I don't know why they would, I'm not saying how to, you know, raise your child. I'm saying take my advice with a grain of salt, because I have never raised anything apart from a pet rock.
I feel like you know a lot more because you are a child.
No, I don't think that I know more about parenting than
No,
anyone.
I'm saying you know like more of the mindset because you're.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like if I had a child and they wanted to play World at War, I would ask them, or you know, and I would think, have they exhibited violent behavior? I sound like a psychiatrist. Have they exhibited violent behavior? You know, are they mature enough to know that, hey, you know, gun bad, because gun bad, you know, if all those things check out, then yeah, you know, let him play it, because he knows not to do that stuff. But if you think of it, and then you say, there was that one time he grabbed a fork and repeatedly stabbed his SpongeBob plushie after he watched a violent movie, you know, you know, maybe he does have violent behavior. Or he was watching, or, you know, he saw, like, something on guns and said, hey, those things look really cool. You know, they seem really fun.
It reminds me of a while ago.
O'Reilly
this was a
ago?
long time ago. This was a
O'Reilly?
long time ago. And this wasn't because of a movie, I was just a little retard. When I was like 8 or 9, it was because the fucking thing was terrifying. So I had this Elmo thing, and I was so scared of it because I had a nightmare about like an Elmo doll jumping out at me or something like that. So I may or may not have cut all his limbs off and stuffed it in the doll.
Oh.
That.
I see.
That was because I was scared of it. I feel like that's a good and bad thing. I know how to defend myself, but at the same time, that was a bit over the top.
Yeah, but you know, it's personal judgment. So if and again, I'm not saying that this is how you're supposed to do it. Listen to a 13-year-old who plays violent video games and doesn't have Facebook, because that's apparently how you become a mom. That was a joke. But if your child isn't mature enough to like have or to know these things, and by mature enough I mean, like, does he know that these topics exist, and does he know these topics are bad if he does know it exists? If he wants to play Black Ops 1, does he know about war? Does he know that war is bad? Does he know that violence is bad? And you don't, like, for some things you gotta think of, like, what it's about. Like, with Black Ops 1, does he know about, or do they know about the Vietnam War? But, I mean, you don't really need to worry about that. Because, I mean, you know, that would be like saying, oh, this person wants to play Elite Dangerous or Kerbal Space Program. Do they know about NASA? Do they know about the infinite reaches and do they know about the infinite reaches and void of space?
And it's mainly just saying that about violent video games, not about every video game.
Yeah, and
you should know at least a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah, like you know, if your kid does know all these things are bad or has experienced these things, which if they experienced war, I'm sorry, then
that would be fucked up.
I mean, there's still battles and wars going on right now. They're just not, like, you know, as big. And, you know, if they know that these things are bad or that they're concepts that exist, then I'd say then think do I like? Then it comes to a judgment of yes or no. You can buy this game. I at that point would say, you know, like I'd say, this, you know, I'd say to the child, this is a violent video game, and you know, I'd confront him saying, do you know that these concepts are bad concepts? You know that you shouldn't do this stuff in this game. And if they act confused, then don't buy the game for them. But if they are acting, you know, if they say, yes, I know that that's a bad concept and you know, all that stuff. Like, I didn't want to say it because I don't want to sound like a, you know, saying that your parenting skills are horrible. But if you're letting someone who is really vulnerable and believes anything that is told of him, then don't let him play. Because if he does, he's going to turn into a killer. Probably not, but that higher the risk.
There's a possibility, and you should always keep that.
Yeah. Like, it,
The fuck
you know,
was that?
like, I really wanted to play Black Ops 1 and World at War. And that wasn't because I wanted to kill people, it was because I heard they were amazing games. And they were.
I have World of War on Steam.
Wait, you do?
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, we're not sharing Steam libraries. We need to do that sometime. Okay, that just went off track. But, again, do you want me to just change the map and then...
Actually, I don't know.
Because I'm down to just keep 1v1ing, honestly.
I don't really feel like it. We should talk about, we should talk about really police, like, with, the main things that are happening.
Oh, police brutality?
Yeah, okay. I don't know what your stance on it is. My stance on it is that 90% of people who say that shit are retarded, because...
Oh my god, finally it's freaking working. You're cutting out so bad. I'm just gonna say this right now.
Stole a bunch of stole